Hi Wellspring Youth, wonderful to be with you through the power of technology. I am very excited to let you know that over the next 5 weeks we're going to be doing a word series for our Glow material, and we're actually going to be using the help of the Bible Project videos that you can find on YouTube, or a link that we've made available somehow. We're going to be using that to kind of help us grow in our relationship with Jesus. So if you haven't already found it, please do find it on YouTube or find the link. And I just want to invite you to click on the first of the series, and I believe it's entitled SHEMA. Wonderful. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, the first in the series on the SHEMA. And like it said in the video, this is actually a portion of scripture, but was also a prayer prayed by Jews, even today, those who follow the Jewish faith, found in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 3, 4 and 5, and said as a prayer. And the first word of that is Shema, which means to hear, or which means to listen. And you got that unpacked really well in the video. But something I wanted to back up on, first of all, is just to encourage the understanding that this whole portion of scripture, this whole prayer, this whole Shema that the Lord invites us into, or you could say commands us to go for because it brings blessing, is the fact that it speaks of relationship, it speaks of love. And yes, it may speak of our love to God, but the reason God can share that command with us is that He Himself does it towards us. If you just think about that for a moment, God listens to us. God hears us. And I want to encourage you today, if you feel that you're not heard, or God doesn't speak to you, or you're overlooked, and your cries and prayers aren't heard, they are by God, and they're valued, and you are valued by God. But not only that, He is the Lord. He is your Lord. He can be your Lord. And not only that, but as your Lord, He loves you with all of His heart, with all of His soul, that can be unpacked later on, and all of His strength. So just want to encourage you, all that we've been asked in the Shema is something God does towards us already. Even if we're not following Him, He loves us. It's just part of who His nature is. But anyway, to the word listen, or to hear, I wanted to just ask the question, can you think of times when you're actually listening to somebody, or you've heard something said, but it hasn't actually gone in, or you can't even register it, you can't even recall it? A lot of the time I'm told to listen, or somebody's speaking to me, and I've heard them speak, but I haven't retained what they've said. And I've just realised that's not that helpful. And especially in my relationship with Han may speak to me, and then she'd ask, what did I just say, David? And I can only tell her like the last 3 words of a sentence she said. And that's never helpful. Now, when I want to grow in relationship, when I really want to be intentional about loving somebody, the truth is I have to focus my ear. I have to focus my understanding. I have to have an intentionality to my listening so that I can actually receive what is being said, and then actually do it. And we heard that in the video. To Shema, Shema means to listen and obey. I just want to encourage you, just think about this for a moment. God invites us to listen, which means He loves to speak, and He wants to speak to you. So I just want you to kind of think over this next week, how are your listening skills with God? What I'm asking is, how's your prayer life? And maybe let's think about being more intentional in listening to God. Not just speaking to God, but listening. Maybe there's certain ways that you can think of that you know helps you listen better. Maybe it's to be on your own. Maybe it's to be outdoors. Not that we can be outdoors for that long. Maybe it's actually listening to God is easier through prayer and through reading the Word. I don't know. You can work that one out. God works in different ways with each of us. But I just really want to encourage you. Listen to God over this time. because he does want to speak to you and he has something for you. And what he has for you, please make sure you go and do it, go after it, because I believe whatever God has to say is life-giving. So why not pursue it? Anyway, that's the first in the series. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you listen to God this week, and be good to meet up virtually next week, and we'll continue this wonderful series looking at the Shema. All right, peace and God bless.